Sometimes we place too much emphasis on score. Our ego is tied to every single shot we're hitting, making us upset, making us lose our way. This is lazy man's golf, where we hit the shot that we can hit 8 times out of 10 in every situation with 80% effort. We remove the 80% of the junk thoughts in our mind to focus on the 20% that really matters. Keeping that ball in play, hitting the shot we can hit, and having fun. So I'm going to play this round hitting shots I just like to hit in the moment. Whether they're the optimal shot or not, it don't matter. We're going to create some art here. We've got a blank canvas. Just a beauty, straight up there. What a lovely day. And I enjoyed the hell out of that shot. We have between 170 and 198 yards. Someone who carves statues has to reveal the statue under the stone by removing all the junk. That's what I'm doing. And it's not a bad looking shot, but I think I'm in the bunker. I mean, absolutely stunning, right? But I don't like to think of an attitude of gratitude, players. I think that's boring. That's an attitude of platitudes. What I like to think of is an attitude of latitude. Let's open the mind. Let's free ourselves of all the nonsense that's coming to us in the present moment from the past and in the future. We're bringing the past and future into the present and creating worry. So I'm going to change to 6 iron and let it bump 6 yards ahead of me on the front. Let it roll up the remainder of 16 yards. Okay, a little bit too long, but you know, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. I mean, the joy of missing out, we understand that a par 5 is just a 3 or 4 shot hole, so easy. I'm going to take a little 5 iron ski off the tee here. It's a shot I can hit 8 out of 10 times with 80% effort, and I'm going to get in play, absolutely zero stress. And the joy of missing out, there's no pressure to perform. We're not on the PGA Tour. Your swing's not going to falter under the pressure because there's no pressure. We're in an environment where we're not even judging. We're not evaluating ourselves. We're just hitting free-flowing shots, absolutely money. Now on a shot like this with water here on the left and we want to go over it, fly it and play some kind of magical shot, the end result doesn't really justify doing that because it doesn't really do much for us and we have a chance of going in the water. So I prefer to just hit a beautiful shot that I can do 8 out of 10 times right now. Let's say 80% effort. What's that going to be in this moment? Let's just not even think about anything else, just this particular shot. What do I feel like right now? Well, I feel like hitting one up to the top corner there. Now, how long do I need to hit that ball? I need to hit that ball less than 190 yards before I reach the rough. So I'm just going to say, what can I hit less than 190? What feels really good? Let's do a 9 iron. And that's what I'm going to do because that feels the best. 8 out of 10 shot. I think I can hit this shot 10 out of 10 times. Wow, didn't even see it. Straight into the sun. Good, mate. Yeah, a lot of people talking about wanting consistency or more consistency in their game, but I find most people are pretty consistent. Maybe what we actually want is the feeling that everything's just going to be okay. Like we can hit a crappy shot and know that it's going to be fine. So imagine this shot. What if I hit a terrible shot here and make a double bogey? Let's say I put it in a bunker and stay in that bunker afterwards. What if I told you that if you actually did that, that from the next hole, you're going to have the best day of your entire life? Would you fear that double bogey or that bunker shot as much as you do? If there were water here and you were scared of going in it, and I told you, if you go in that water from the hole after this, for the rest of the day, you're going to have the best day of your life. Are you going to be so worried about that water? Probably not. Now we've got a 30-yard long green here. We've got 130 to 160 at the back. What feels good in the moment? Why don't we just go with something that feels good? In this moment, 80% effort, 80% of the time, a pitching wedge to the front edge. Now when it comes to chipping, how I like to do the 8 out of 10 shot. I used to do the toe down chipping. Now I prefer heel up chipping. That's the one I prefer to use now, is heel up instead of toe down. And the nice thing about this is it's pretty consistent. I just changed the lofts of the clubs. I want to find a spot I'm going to land it on and then feel that, you know, 8 out of 10, feel it. Can I get that ball to land on that spot? Maybe a yard or two onto the green. There we go. That's a big breaker right to left. Not much we can do about that, but hey. Well, I've drawn that like way to the back of the green. We're going to go with a 6-iron hoe ratio system here, and we've got a beautiful audience of geese. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Okay, we're going to land this on the frontage and let that roll all the way down. Could go in the cup, to be honest. Oh my soul. That's the 6-iron from the hoe ratio system. Check the link in the description. At about 2 feet like this, most of the time there's not enough slope because they have to keep the slope low enough so that it will hold the ball. If it goes too much slope, it can't stop, so you can't get it near the cup. So inside about 2 feet, 2.5 feet, you can go take the brake out and jam it, but I always like to go just inside the center line, like on the high side of the center line. So if this one is left to right, we line the putter up to the center and just turn it to the inside center and make sure that it's on the higher side of the center line. But once you get past 3 feet, don't do that. You have to start taking the brake into account. But inside 2 feet, you can jam it. Let's focus on what we want to do, right? When we bring in all the junk of what we don't want to do, that's that 80% stuff that's making us screw up, right? So let's remove the past experience from this hole. So if I can hit the front edge at 185 yards, that's absolutely stinky winky. I'm going to hit this 6-iron. I'm going to start it just right of the pin, and it's going to draw into the hole. I'm watching the trajectory in the air. Absolutely money. And it's going to land and go in that cup. And you know what? I left that 2 foot short. Would I rather be 2 foot short or 7 foot long? I think I'll take 2 foot short every day of the week, thrice on Sundays. I'm going to hit my 5-iron with a nice assertive swing. It's an 8 out of 10 shot. The driver 8 out of 10 shot is actually a fearful shot. I want to take the fear, doubt and anxiety out of my game. So I'm going to hit the beautiful 5-iron at that antenna, fake tree. Nice assertive swing. What's the best score? The optimal score on this hole for my handicap level? Who cares? The optimal score is the score that comes after hitting comfy shot after comfy shot and feeling so damn good. Oh, I pulled that into the trees. What a terrible shot. But you know what? It doesn't matter. What happens on this shot doesn't really matter. It's what you do with what happens. Now, that is the key to Jomo golf. We're not trying to optimize and become tour players. We're just doing what's right in the moment, and we're missing out on all that fake tour pro ideas when we play once a week. And we've hit that a little bit fatty boom bullies, but it felt good. With 160 yards to the front and 190 to the back after 2 very mediocre shots, we have ourselves a chance at going at this green. Isn't that money? And I even haven't hit a good shot yet. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Anything inside 6 feet, we're pretty happy with. What a game. Inside the cup. I'm not feeling it to hit the driver. So what I feel like doing is just hitting the 6-iron, because I can hit the 6-iron even on a 450 yard hole. It's a nice feeling, right? I don't want to worry and have the fear of pushing it right, hooking it when I'm not feeling 100%, you know? And that's it. Let's not give in to the FOMO. Let's go for the JOMO, the joy of missing out. The next shot could be the best shot of your life. We've got 217 to the front and 244 to the back. Are we realistically going to hit it with a 8 out of 10 shot in this moment? No. I'm going to just hit my 6-iron again, because I can do that 8 out of 10 times here, regardless of the result. That's my whole point though. Don't worry about the result. Just get to the ball and then adapt later when you realize, maybe I could do something a little different. You know, it's about adaptability. The freedom to roam, the freedom to play around and experience it for yourself. You've got to be careful in the context of tips when people are giving tips, even my own tips. Use them in context. Does it apply to me? How does it help me? This is something we can all do. We can just paint pictures and hit the ball with our favorite clubs at any moment, regardless of the result. Let the score happen. and that one's in the fairway. We're going to pitch it on the green like a stinky winky. Planting feathers, growing birdies. Now, 55 yards, what do? That feels pretty good. Let's feel it out, you know, let's feel it out. That feels really good. What's that, 52? Oh, 48 feels special. Let's do the 48, just feels the best. The joy of missing out. Where's the pressure in that? Nothing, we're just trying to feel the turf. That's my task at hand, is to feel the turf, feel what feels comfortable, and replicate that on the golf ball. Put. If I just think about this shot, uphill from the rough, over this deep ass bunker, I can just see the top of the pin. Pretty tough shot, 76 yards. Do I have a 76 yard shot in me? I think I do. So I'm not going to take the 56 degree. I'm going to take a 52 degree half shot. Let's paint the picture. Let's feel it. This 56 feels like I'm going to leave it in the bunker. So let's go with our instincts. Let's go with our gut. And let's do something different. Oh, that feels better. Half a shot with a 52. I think that's going to be tasty. That's going to be real tasty. Now on this situation, I did what I said I was going to do. And this is the hard part to understand. We want to make plans and verbalize what we want to do because it sets something in motion that puts our brain toward the target, toward what we want to do. You know, if we focus on what we don't want to do, fear, doubt, anxiety, worrying about the results of every shot because our ego is tied to every single shot. Wow, that's hard. That's tiring. Now I've hit this shot here. I'm going to verbalize what I'm going to do to you. If I miss it, I look like a fool, right? Just like anybody would, but not really. That's the perfect part about golf. It's imperfect. The human experience of it is exactly why we keep coming back. If you could do the same thing over and over, paint by numbers, McDonald's or course management, you wouldn't be back on the golf course. Come on now, let's get some excitement in our lives. Left to Raider, 6-footer. We never give it enough break on a downhill tickle, French tickle. So I'm going to stick a little wider. Oh, into the sun. We've got another 450 yard par 4 here. And you know, I don't want to go and put some pressure on myself to do some kind of special thing here. We're down breeze. I'm going to hit my 7-wood. It feels like the club at the moment to hit. I love the 7-wood. Absolutely love it. It's an automatic 8 out of 10. Let's go. Bam! Hammer time. Winky. Looks perfect. I just didn't hit the damn thing, man. Shit. Oh, this caddy, eh? I think next time I come here, I'm going to change the caddies, okay? I think it's better. We need to make some birds. What do we got here? 432 yard hole. 8 out of 10 shot on this hole. You know, I can hit a driver. I can hit a mini driver and try pump it up into that fairway bunker there. But, you know, I'm not really going for score today. I'm going for feels. And I'm going to hit this little 5-iron dead at that bunker. Can't reach the bunker, but we'll clear the water, get us a ball in play. This is what I can do 8 out of 10 times in this moment. Highly contextual, that it's in this moment.
Good shot.
Wow, dead straight shot. Absolutely stunning and brave. Now we've got a pin here on the right hand side. I'm going to try something a little crafty. Leonardo da Vinci. We're going to draw it up in our mind in the left side brain on the think box, and we're going to hit it in the play box with our right side brain. The crafty, we're going to be the artist. We're going to put that brush stroke into the sky and create a beautiful picture. So I'm going to aim this just a little bit left of the pin. I'm going to just give it a little fader. Let's feel the fader straight to the hole. Wow, look at that. I like it. I like it a lot. Now this is a perfect position to hit a driver because we're down breeze, very wide up there, but we don't want to FOMO ourselves and smash a ball trying to hit it as long as possible. We're down breeze. Let's give it a nice 80% swing, 8 out of 10 times. give it the maximum chance to get a good strike, good transfer of the power from your swing into the ball, creating good ball speed. So we're going to set this up a little bit down the left side and give it a little 80% volley. And that's just going to be okay. That's in play, nice and straight. So I got 247 yards to the front here. I'm just going to hit my 7-wood, because in this lie, with the ball on top of the first cut, this is just a money lie for a flyer with a 7-wood. Down breeze, I even have a chance of hitting the green. And if I don't, well, it's pretty wide up there. There's not much danger. There's no hazard. So we go with a shot. Now, in the Jomo situation, it's pretty much universal. I'm just going to hit shots I want to hit. That's on the left edge of the green. Let's see how we do. I'm going to paint a little picture over here. We are on top of some very lush grass here. A little bit wispy pieces and then some crab grass. So it's sitting on an upslope on the grass, which means I'm going to have to hover the club and it's going to probably pull out a little bit, right? It's going to pull. So as we hit it up the slope, it's going to pull toward the hole. And if I take too much loft, it's going to add loft because I'm hitting up the slope. So if I hit a 56 degree, I might even have a chance of just leaving this in the bunker or on the front of the green. So I'm going to take a 48 degree, swing up the slope, and let's give it a good go. You know, from that kind of lie, getting it on the green, absolutely money scheme. Wow, tong tong, dead straight. What a beautiful little putt though. Really happy with where the putt is aligning, and I'm hitting it where I'm aiming, which to me is just absolutely brilliant. As long as I get the lines right, bam! Well look, the pin's on the right, the wind's off the right, the distance is 185. So let's paint a little picture for ourselves. I'm gonna go irresponsible, dead at the pin here. And I'm going to hit a little fader into the wind using my artistic flair. Because we did it on the other hole, let's see if we can do it again. Well, I've started out further left, but it faded. Probably got a putt. What a day. Well, from 66 feet, you know, they say that 10% is a pretty good leave, but you know, I don't want 10%. I think I have the ability to get this in the hole or stop it a foot from the cup. You see, I don't believe in this 6-foot thing. I know the pros do it and then we can use it as a benchmark, like 10% of the distance of the putt, but I don't like it. I love the way Sean Clement describes it. He talks about that he swings that ball on a string, and he shows you how it looks when you swing it on a string, and you just lower it to hit the ground with your irons, or you raise it or move back to let the upswing hit the ball on a driver. That's what I like to go back to when I'm not hitting the ball well. To understand where that low point is if you have a lasso or ball at the end of a string, and you're just moving that into the correct place. Like sometimes if you're hitting your irons and you don't know where the low point is and you're hitting it fat, sometimes if you take a few practice swings just hitting the turf, maybe that's just where your ball must go. And then you can just adjust your ball position based on your natural tendency to hit a low point. So I'm going to hit my driver here, trying to get that bottom of the pendulum to be on the up. .194 to the front, 220 to the back. The wind. Where's the windy? We have to set the tone for this picture. It's a little bit into us off the left. That's perfect for the pin on the right-hand side. Absolutely stinky-winky money. We can always put this out to the left of the pin. If it stays there, that's good. If it fades, it's at the hole. If it overfades, we've got an easy chip for the bird skin. Wow, that was a little bit too firm. Sit down. Oh, on the green. I get real lucky on this mother-loving hole. Wow. It was flat, and then at the end it comes in, so it was probably 0.25. That's better to be on the high side, guys. Okay, gangbanging thugs have never seen it coming. We can either hit a driver or a mini driver here. straight downwind. The wind is gonna, when you're downwind, it's gonna give you a boost, right? Let's say you go into the wind, you lose 10 yards. Down the wind, you're gonna gain only 5 yards. It's about 50% effect downwind. But what it does do is it removes the movement left and right. So if you want to give a vollop to your driver downwind, that's going to be great. If you want to vollop something else, whatever in that moment feels good. I kind of feel like the driver feels good, but I feel slightly 9 out of 10 with the mini driver. 8 out of 10 with the driver, 9 out of 10 with the mini driver. Little 80%er, little fader. And I wouldn't hit that into the wind because it goes very high with a lot of spin. We got 125 to clear that bunker, 155 to the back of the green. Now, the back of the green here is perfect compared to the front of the green. Front of the green is the end of your day. It's that bunker. I've never gone in it, so let's hopefully not start now. So to do that, I'm going to take a pitching wedge. 8 out of 10 times I'm going to clear that bunker, probably 10 out of 10 times, even with a mediocre strike. If I take my 48 degree, which is a perfect number for this pin, and I chunk it a little bit, don't catch it all, I could end up in that bunker 7 feet below the hole. Not a place I want to be on a great day like this. So we set this pitching wedge up and we give it a nice free-flowing swing. Let's not take anything off it because we don't want to go and just be a wise ass. Let's carry this, even if it goes all the way to the back of the green. A little draw on that. I've actually hit this ball to like 4 feet. I thought I had pitched the green and rolled off the back because I couldn't see it from back there with the shine on the green. But I would never have done this with a 48 degree because I'd normally hit a 48 degree firm. When I do that, I get steep. I might hit a little fat, might pop it up, and I might finish in that bunker on the front of the green. Now I'm 4 feet from the cup. Lesson learned, 80% of the time, it works every time. Sometimes when you have a very large canvas, which we do here, you don't know where to start painting. So what I like to do is just take a pair of scissors and look at an intermediate point at the top of the canvas and just cut it right in half. You know, when you don't have a line to cut along with scissors, you can't get it straight. If you look at a point in the intermediate or toward the end of the page, your body will guide you toward that specific target. So we're going to go guiding toward the pin here. That's on the left side of the fairway, and I'm going to try hit a fader because I've got so much space on the right and I'm not going to pull it if I go for a fader. It's nice not to have that in my arsenal. So we're going to go for the fader. Now when you go see someone carving a stone, taking out the rock, you can't see what he sees underneath that. You're not going to criticize his technique and you're not going to criticize the artist's use of the paintbrush when he sold a painting for $48 million, right? I drew that one up. How does the swing look? I don't know. Did it fade the way I wanted? Yeah, it did. And you're the same. A lot of people are going to look at I've seen it in real life. A lot of people you play with may have tips on how to play, creating that environment of evaluation and judgment. You can't create art in that environment. So a lot of the time when you have people like that, don't play golf with them because they're always waiting to tell you something and you know it affects you, but you keep playing with them. It's like pushing a bruise. I stopped playing golf with people like that because it affected my game so much that I was just waiting for feedback on every single shot, thereby creating bad shots so I could get the feedback to self-fulfill. And that's awful. We've got 93 yards to the front and 130 to the back. Let's just eliminate the back here because we've got a big steep slope here. We definitely would prefer a front edge than a middle back of the green coming from the top tier down. So that's our canvas. It's now been halved. So we want to go between 90 and 105. So into the breeze toward water. We don't want to go hacking a shot hard because we often pull a wedge if we hack it hard, sending it high in the air, maybe into the water. So we're going to go with a little knockdown shot, something I feel I can play right over her. I'm just going to chip a 9-iron. So we've got about 5 yards to carry and then 10 yards to roll out. That's 1/3 to 2/3, which means we have a heel up chip with an 8-iron. Of course, this is not the ideal place to be, but now you know what? I get to play my toe down chip, which I love, right? So I actually give myself an opportunity to play from a place that I really like, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Hey, we put it to 5 feet, absolutely stinky winky. That's about 1%. 1% is on the lip. Nice thing about this black water player putter, it's very easy to align. I know that's exactly at the right lip. And there the wind is pushing that off to the right side. Absolutely stinky. That was the wrong club. We didn't use the right club there. You know what I'm saying? No. Listen, you know, caddy, I know it's like near the end of the round, but can we change? Is it okay to change caddy? Do I have to give you a tip if we change?
Okay, up to you.
Up to you. We've got 17 yards to my landing area and 13 yards to roll out. So I'm not going to do the pitching wedge, which is 50-50. I'm going to take a 52 degree for the heel up chipping. So we'll try to land this about a yard or two into the green, let it roll out. Well, a little bit long, a little bit right. The wind actually affected that. Did you see that? Don't. 117 to the front, 148 to the back. We've got a little breeze into us off the right. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, a little bit into us off the right. Now, when you're confronted by these bunkers that are very scary, I mean, they really are scary, and that one in front is really scary. It's like a little raccoon face looking at you, taunting you. Let's just take it out of play. Let's take it out of play. 118 yards to carry that, maybe 125. So from this lie into the breeze, that's automatically a pitching wedge already. Then the pins toward the back, and the back of the green is 152. Into the breeze, will I hit an 8-iron past 152? You know what? I don't think so. I'd rather be back edge here than front edge. That pin is on the top tier, so we're going to hit back edge here. Let's go back edge. Back edge. See, I didn't even go for this pin, because if I miss the pin by 5 yards, it rolls into this bunker, and from there you're about 8 feet below the hole. Instead, we did the lazy man's golf. We aimed it very far from the pin. We finished on the back, and now we got ourselves a putt instead of crapping ourselves to hit it from 8 feet below the surface. That's what I'm talking about. We just didn't get into the FOMO of trying to hit it close on a sucker pin. Yeah, we might 3-putt every now and then from here, but I tell you what, it's going to be better than hitting out of that bunker, man. I'm too sexy for the catwalk, too sexy. Okay, well, we've got a 3-footer. We want to take the break into account. This one is on the right edge. Let's line our putt up. Then let's move to the right edge. Bang it. Like a food! Bit of a long carry over the water. You don't really feel like hitting an iron from the back tees here. So we hit the little mini driver and we just give it a nice smooth swing. And it's absolutely 123 yards to the front, 154 to the back. We have another 30-yard range. Always remember that range. You're going to have your shots going left and your shots going right. But when you're looking at a distance to the hole, anything that fits in between the front edge and the back edge is going to be pretty good. A lot of us, we don't have a good range, right? One club can go 150 to 175 instead of like 155 to 165. It's a big range. So in this instance, with the wind helping, you know, front edge at 123, back edge at 154, pitching wedge is not going to go over the back of the green, and on a very bad strike, we'll still reach the front of the green. Let's go pitching wedge. Say it, see it, do it, forget it. Let's go. Sometimes you're going to hit the back edge distance and you're going to make it to the back edge. So not my favorite position to be, but you know, we took on the risk and we love it. Now we have a downhill 70-footer, double breaker. I think I'm going to err toward the left side. Come on now, partner. Come on now. Stop. Hey. Ah, man. Damn, son. One of the holes is closed for the redoing of a green, so we're going to play this par 5 off the white tees and play it as a par 4. 470 yards, but as the crow flies, it's 379. So I'm going to try clear the water with my driver because I feel like I can do it. I mean, I don't have any doubt in this. It's a very short carry over the left. Let's try get it right. But remember, 8 out of 10 shot and driver 80%. Come on now.